People come to this museum to see treasures worth millions. But I'm here because today, my budget for anything other than food is exactly zero. In Chengdu, a hot desk costs $15 a day. A cup of Starbucks is $4. But here, the silence is free. The culture is free. Even the air conditioning is free. Most importantly, dignity is free. This is my survival strategy in a changing economy. Finished taking out the trash. Now I'm heading out. I hope everything goes well today. Hi, I'm Leo. I'm 42 years old. For the past 20 years, I was an engineer in the fast lane of China's growth, with a decent title and a good income. But 3 months ago, I lost my job. In today's job market, 35 is considered a threshold. At 42, I feel like a piece of old machinery being phased out by the times. I'm not here to beg for sympathy. I just want to document how a middle-aged man, once the sugar coating of high pay and titles is stripped away, finds the strength to stand firm in this city again. This is the automated audio guide. It costs 40 yuan, $6 to rent. That's too expensive for me now. 40 yuan is enough to buy 2 days worth of groceries for my family. These are shadow puppets. I used to pity them, thinking how sad it was to be controlled by a few bamboo rods from behind. But looking at myself now, I see no difference. For 20 years, the platform, the company, and the KPIs were my rods. I moved when they pulled. I fell behind the curtain when they let go. Before the lights go out, nobody cares who is behind the puppet. They only care if the show is good enough. Looking at these tables and chairs hanging on the wall, I can't help but wonder, is our life just like them? Are our positions and purposes already predetermined? None of these terracotta figurines are whole. Some lost their horses, some lost their arms, and most have lost even their names. But under the museum spotlights, no one calls them defective. On the contrary, it's those cracks and missing pieces that prove they truly survived 2,000 years of darkness. I used to chase perfection, a perfect resume, a perfect title, a perfect life. Losing my job felt like a heavy blow that shattered the figurine I had spent years building. For a moment, I felt like trash, but looking at them now, I realized something. Having cracks is actually a badge of honor. It means life threw you down hard, but you're still standing. You didn't turn into dust. Imperfection is the only proof that we truly lived.
这个借行，好的，借别人要。也不是固定的。
哇，哇，你的，哇。
In this hall, powerful figures are everywhere. Some once represented supreme power. Others were guardians of the land, or the most sophisticated production tools of their era. As an engineer, I'm used to evaluating things based on function. What can it do? How efficient is it? What value does it create? For the last 20 years, I evaluated myself the same way. I had my titles, my output, and a checklist of achievements recognized by society. But now, they are just like me, they all lost their jobs. The scepters no longer rule, the guardians no longer protect, and the machines no longer hum. Stripped of their social functions, they sit quietly under the spotlight. But it's in this very moment that I can finally see them for what they truly are. When utility is gone, only the soul remains. If I, too, am stripped of my title as an engineer and my label of working for a big corporation, does the man who remains still possess a quality that time cannot erase, just like these artifacts?
怎么好现代感觉？
Finally, I walked into the Natural History Hall. Every life here was once a powerhouse in the wild. They ran for food, fought for territory, calculating the odds of survival every single second. Just like they owe me waking up every day and accelerating into that jungle called the workplace. Terrified that if I slowed down for even a second, I'd be swallowed by the shadows behind me. Now, they have stopped. They've become specimens, frozen in a single moment. Although they no longer have life, they exhibit a peace and dignity they never had before. They just stand there quietly, revealing the primal beauty of life itself. Maddie, losing my job isn't the end of my story. It's just a forced withdrawal from an endless jungle sprint. Now that I'm no longer running just for the sake of running, I finally have the time to see who I truly am. I am no longer a weary component in the corporate machine. I am Leo. I am 42 years old, and I am learning, all over again, how to stand on my own. Unemployment teaches you the mathematics of survival, but it also teaches you the most precious thing you can truly afford: peace. The museum closes at 5 p.m. The world outside is still in a rush. I'm heading home to pick up my son. I'm still unemployed, but I don't feel as broken as I did this morning. If you ever felt obsolete or lost in this era, where do you go to find your worth again? Let me know in the comments. I'm Leo, and I will see you in the next video.